Hello everyone. In today's video, we're diving into a manga that's super unique and definitely worth checking out. It's called Being Stalked by an Influencer. This one's pretty fresh, with only a few chapters out so far. If you liked our last video on Saruman, you're gonna want to stick around for this. Now, this manga doesn't have a rating yet, but trust me, it's got some serious vibes. It's a mix of drama, horror, and psychological thriller, so you know it's gonna keep you on the edge of your seat. The story? It's about an idol who gets stalked by a huge influencer in Japan. Sounds wild, right? If you're curious, make sure to watch till the end. If you've got any past trauma, went through something similar, or have certain health issues, it's probably best to skip this video, thanks. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So, there's this manga about an idol member whose life goes totally off the rails because of a stalker. The story kicks off with an idol group that's not exactly killing it on the fame front. They're called We6. This group has 6 members: Aohara Rei, Midorikawa Hiroto, Akinos Rui, Shiwa Tuma, Mizushima Nagisa, and Akama Hachiru. Our main character here is Nagisa. Nagisa's got a really positive vibe, never gives up, and honestly, is pretty attractive too. One day, We6 is performing, but only a handful of their hardcore fans show up. One fan, Shii, is super hyped and kinda obsessed with Nagisa, causing a bit of a scene during the performance. Afterwards, one of the We6 members gets fed up and complains to their manager. They're all like, "She's a total pain, let's just ban her already." But the manager's like, "No way, she's actually helping us out financially." See, We6 isn't doing too hot. Between their fading fame and slow merch sales, they're kinda on the brink of breaking up. Nagisa's worried about this, but the rest of the group doesn't seem too bothered. At night, he couldn't stop thinking about his dream of becoming an idol. He used to get bullied a lot, but idols always seemed so bright and sparkly to him. So, he packed up, moved to Tokyo, and started auditioning like crazy. He got rejected a bunch of times, but finally, We6 took him in. He was super determined to make it big, like, he wasn't about to waste this shot. Then, the very next day, everything changed. Out of nowhere, We6 started blowing up on social media. Nagisa and the rest of the group were stoked, but also kinda confused. Turns out, this huge influencer named Kura had shouted them out on her socials. But here's the thing, Nagisa had no idea who Kura even was. She's, like, crazy famous with 3 million followers and all. She's all over the place, and some of her love drama has gone viral too. Anyway, he was over the moon because it felt like his idol dream was finally within reach. Fast forward a week, and We6's popularity shot through the roof. So, things were popping off for We6, and even Nagisa was starting to get famous. On that one day, they got mad requests from fans, and Nagisa couldn't help but feel hyped seeing their group blow up like that. After their performance, they set up a fan meet. Now, here's where things got wild. She, one of their most die-hard fans, started making a scene. She was desperate to buy as many tickets as she could. No one really knew why she was so obsessed, but yeah, she was feeling some type of way, thinking she wasn't getting the respect she deserved as a loyal fan of We6. Then, out of nowhere, this mysterious fan, who we all know as Kura, showed up and asked to take a picture with Nagisa. They started snapping pics, and he accidentally knocked off Kura's hat. That's when it hit her, the mysterious fan was Kura, the influencer. He was totally shook, and everyone at the event started freaking out. We6's manager quickly stepped in and took her to the dressing room to avoid more chaos. Meanwhile, she was not having it. She looked pissed about Kura being there. So, what's gonna happen next? Well, that's the tea we're all waiting to spill. In the dressing room, the members of We6 are still freaking out that someone as big as Kura is a fan of theirs. I mean, Kura's a huge influencer, and she's totally into their music and super impressed by how hard they work. It even inspires her to give it her all. But then, out of nowhere, shady comments about Kura start popping up all over social media. The members are pretty sure it's all she's doing. But Kura, being the boss she is, just brushes it off and responds like a queen. She's like, "I've been through worse, and I'd rather focus on supporting people who work hard." She even gives Nagisa a smile, which makes him blush like crazy. On his way home, Nagisa is all in his feelings, hoping Kura will be at their next performance to see him give it his all. But then, he starts getting this weird vibe, like someone's following him. And guess what? It's she. He is totally freaked out. He can't believe she would go this far. So he starts running, but when he finally makes it to the train, she's already there, sitting right next to him. He is forced to sit down, feeling super uneasy. She tries to start a convo, but all he can think about is how to get away. Then, out of nowhere, she brings up with 6 merch and starts demanding that Nagisa change the rules so she can buy more tickets and get all the merch she wants. Things get even weirder when she opens her coat, revealing that it's lined with pictures of Nagisa's face. Super creepy. She then says she wants to feel like she's totally merging with Nagisa, which freaks him out even more. Luckily, the train stops at the next station, and he seizes the moment to bolt. But she grabs him and says she knows this isn't his stop. Nagisa is shook and asks how she knows so much about him. She admits she's been stalking him forever and hasn't had as much time to do it since Wiz 6 blew up. She's losing it and says she needs to have Nagisa all to herself. Then, out of nowhere, she's phone buzzes with a notification. Turns out, someone posted a comment about her and even leaked her personal info. She starts to lose her cool, and while she's distracted, he finally manages to escape. A week after Nagisa got stalked by Shii, things kinda went back to normal. But this time, Shii didn't show up at Wiz 6 performance. Instead, Kura came through. The Wiz 6 crew totally adored Kura, cause she'd helped the group out a ton. Honestly, everyone was low-key happy Shii wasn't around. So, the manager sent Nagisa out to grab some drinks, and he was pretty chill, even happy that Shii was MIA. But then, as Nagisa opened the exit door, bam, a woman suddenly fell right in front of him. It was Shii. And man, it was obvious she didn't make it. The cops started investigating and suspected it was a suicide since they found a note. They didn't show what it said, but people are speculating it wasn't super clear. He felt super guilty, like maybe he was the reason Shii did it. Then Kura came over to Nagisa, trying to calm him down, and out of nowhere, she whispered to him and invited him to her place without really explaining why. So, Kura hugs Nagisa to calm her down when she arrives, then makes him some tea. He is super thankful and feels like Kura is the reason their idol group, Wiz 6, has come so far. Turns out, Kura helped them because of Nagisa. Big reveal, Kura's been obsessed with him all along because she thinks Nagisa is pure, shines the brightest, and is worth destroying. Kura confesses she loves Nagisa's innocent face and has been stalking him for info. She even admits she was the one who leaked Shii's personal info online. Suddenly, he can't move and realizes Kura spiked his drink. With the little energy he has left, he asks Kura why she's doing this. Kura's like, "I love watching people break." And it turns out Nagisa isn't her only victim. This girl's a total psychopath, right? What do you guys think? Comment below. The situation was getting out of hand. He had been dragged into this weird-ass room. Kura wasn't messing around, she threatened him, saying that if he didn't play along, something bad would happen to Wiz 6. She even flashed a photo of Shii, who was straight up dead. Nagisa thought Kura had lost her mind. Before she got down to business, she ordered some food to make things more fun. Spotting an opportunity, he tried to bolt, but he was still groggy from the drug she had slipped into his drink. Mustering all his strength, he managed to hide under the bed. Soon enough, Kura walked in, dressed in nothing but her underwear, not wanting to mess up her clothes. She was shocked not to see Nagisa in the room and started searching for him. It didn't take long before she found him under the bed. What happens next for Nagisa? Will he make it out alive? And what kind of twisted torture does Kura have in store for him? If you're dying to know what happens next, go check out the manga. From what I've found, it's only got 3 chapters out so far. If you're vibing with this video, drop a comment below. And if you want a part 2 for this manga, let me know in the comments. See you guys in the next video.